Crucible is the West Ohio Conference Clergy Leadership Training track.
I see this as us helping our pastors spiritually, mentally, and physically.
The Crucible experience is meant to enhance our leadership abilities and give us some skills that maybe we didn't pick up in seminary.
These other pieces many times are missing from that seminary experience, and we know how critical they are to the success and effectiveness of a congregation.
There are 4 3-day retreats, and each of those retreats focuses on a different topic.
We've had an opportunity to bring in some national level presenters as well as experts from our own conference.
The speakers have been a lot of help because they've been really down to earth and relevant to my practical ministry context.
What we learn in seminary is theory, so to speak, but now we're in actual settings where we're putting into practice what we've learned, and it's a great way to learn. Then we have opportunity after each session for our cohort groups to sit and have a discussion around what's been presented.
The way we've structured Crucible is for cohorts to make this 2-year journey together.
We are forming relationships in which we can share at a very deep level because the trust is there.
It's helpful to have the other pastors that have been in our conference for a long time and have a lot of wisdom.
In my cohort group, I've got 4 young pastors who are on fire. And it's really jazzing my relationship not only with Christ but with the church.
For me, it's been really critical because otherwise you can sort of feel like you're on your own. We make it a priority. We know it's going to be this weekend. All of us are here. We can come, we can sit down, we can talk, we can collaborate.
And people know where you've been. They remember your story, where you were 3 or 4 months ago. And they can celebrate with you, and they can also hold you accountable. So it's a really valuable group.
What it means to me to be a Crucible is the opportunity to sit still for a while.
You tend to worry about your parishioners, you're taking care of everybody else. It's very easy not to take care of yourself.
The retreat settings have been so great for me. I love being out in nature, I love being in the woods. It just was a chance for me to really begin to relax at a deep level.
This has given me an opportunity with a number of the folks who are my peers to sit and enjoy one another's company, to talk and laugh, and to have an opportunity to worship together. I mean, as a pastor, you don't get to worship, you have to work. And so this gives you moments to do that.
With every session, we really try to provide practical action steps that they can carry back into their ministry setting.
The ravioli smells like burned dog food. I'm curious about how you know even what burned dog food smells like.
I went out after our weekend where we talked about cultural and ethnographies and our community ethnographies and spent hundreds of hours compiling information and data from what I learned from those times together. And out of that, ended up being able to develop my nonprofit. I mean, I built the nonprofit that had been started that year, the Shalom Zone, based on those conversations.
Why are you different at home than you are at school?
And so it was really useful to have those tools on hand at the ready and to revisit them. And I revisit those documents that I created over and over again, and I'll use them again.
So that will happen during the first song.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm well, Helen. It's good to see you. I think the Crucible experience has been very positive for me personally. Starting a new church in July, I had the benefit of participating in some of the Crucible workshops and experiences, and I hit the ground running and immediately began implementing things that I've been learning. You've done this before. I need a bulletin. Just really having a game plan right out of the gate of how to gather information, how to learn the church's story, how to assess strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and present that within a very short period of time. Never would have done that without the Crucible experience. May the blessing of Almighty God be upon us.
There's another requirement of Crucible that we form a small group of leaders within our church.
Bringing a few people on board and making them part of the process so they become the change agents that help make it happen.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. In my ministry setting, that has translated to I have the joy of overseeing our small group and mission life of our congregation. And in each of those settings have really kind of taken a pause. Sometimes we can get busy, and busyness isn't always effectiveness in ministry. Really, our role as clergy is helping to equip servant leaders on a deeper level to be with us in ministry. We've got so many wonderful things going on that there surely is a place that you can plug in. This isn't a Lone Ranger journey, but we all function best as a community when we're all in ministry together.
Good morning. I look forward to seeing you this week. Good morning.
The depth with which the Ohio West Conference has gone about to set this up is, I think, a model for United Methodist Church as a whole.
In my years of ministry, this is probably the best package that's been put together. That's a blend of both practical skills for ministry and also, more importantly, that supporting your spiritual leadership.
This is really an opportunity to look back, look at what you're doing now, and to look forward. And I think that's irreplaceable.
This is going to be a new lifestyle for these pastors. The things that they are learning through this process is going to enable them to have a better life, therefore doing a better ministry wherever they are.